Stupid shit your players do. DM a 5th edition game.
Oh, well, there's your problem there. Like,
right off the bat.
I'm just going to put it out there. That's probably where you're getting stupid players from. You know, I do play a 5e game on a Sunday. You know, you're going to get someone like me. So...
Mostly long-time players who seldom do anything too stupid. There are rumours of necromancy cult existing in a certain area, and they are sent to investigate and eradicate it if the rumours are true. They join a caravan headed through the area. In a few days, arrive at the place where the cult supposedly exists. They investigate an area and attack 3 skeletons and wander around a cave opening. The cleric detects evil that they are not undead. After investigating the broken bodies, it is clear the skeletons were controlled by some kind of puppeteering fungus. The players decide to call it a day since they investigated the area and found no trace of necromancy cult. Oh yes. Turns out there's a mysterious fungus that makes corpses walk, and that's not what they were supposed to investigate. Probably just some hippie druids living there, illegally on the Emperor's soil. They all agree on this with a straight face. My face went.
That's pretty good, man. Actually. I like that. You know, some players just will never get the hook. They'll never get it, and
it doesn't matter how plainly it is.
Yeah,
could be like a clown's nose on the face. And they're like, no.
All I'm saying is, if you think your players are actually smart, go ahead and find a puzzle.
Never think. That's the thing. Never assume that your players are smart.
Yeah.
Never.
What you should do is like get a child's puzzle book and see what's in there and take something from it, and then make sure it's about the 6-year-old range.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's really like, you know, it's like, you know, see how they get on with that, and I'm sure it'll open your eyes to a lot. It's like I thought these people.
Don't think highly of people.
I used to think these guys were actually a lot better. And you know what? I'm okay with saying this because I myself am also a brainlet. How can you tell? You know?
Random peasant in a tavern claims that the king is a vampire who controls everything, raises the undead to attack his own people. Also, the king has been trying to rape his sister for a while now. Party believes him at his word. For the next goddamn year, they went around with the explicit purpose of overthrowing the evil vampire king, despite nobody else corroborating that story, and several pieces of information contradicting it.
I mean, like, let's be serious. Sometimes you just get a bad vibe with people.
Yeah.
Have you ever had this? I had this. It was... I always bring it up because I'm in the philosophy meeting. every time it's I'm in the philosophy meeting. But it was a good one. It was that there was a wizard, Dazam, you made at the start, and there was just something about him, and he just seemed a wee bit off. And then he tasked us with going out to find, it was called a Chwinga, and it was like a wee frost spirit sort of thing. But it was like the way the DM described it was very adorable, and it seemed really nice. Like, you know, I was sitting there with it, I was like, oh yeah, this seems like a lovely wee creature. And then we brought it to him, so thinking like, okay, he just needs to, like, you know, he locked it in a cage.
Oh no.
And ever since then, we were working against him. Turned out he was evil, though.
Like,
so
anybody who locks a cute thing in a cage is normally evil.
You know what I felt really sad about? I turned around and asked Nick at the end, I was like, yeah, whatever happened to that Chwinga? It's like, oh yeah, it did. Yeah, the second he's left, it got dissected. I was like, Mom.
Aww.
Man, I kept trying to convince the party, be like, yo, we should go back to that time.
I get that thing.
I didn't get that thing at some point, you know, but no, everyone's like, nah, we got more important stuff. It's like, okay.
Literally whatever they heard first was what they believed, no matter what. The Moon Queen is evil because she opposes Father's son, and he's the god of good things. Her portfolio includes healing, mercy, and love. Even the priest of Father's son don't claim she's evil. These undead knights told us the power we have is evil and threatened to kill us if we ever used it. Other players used his power, and it appeared to be primal and druidic. We've seen NPCs we like and NPCs we don't use it. Fae Creature explains it is just a manifestation of your will to power.
I mean, you don't listen to Fae.
Yeah.
Never. Like if there was one creature...
You don't listen to his tricksy little Faes.
I'm perfectly okay with players just being like, you're full of shite. Like, that should be the default for everyone.
Famous scholar explains that it's just a primitive form of magic, no inherent morality. Oh yeah, the tribesmen who we've been at war with for centuries are all savage cannibals and completely evil. They've met a shaman who just chilled and spoke to them, warned them of dangers. The people who told them about the cannibalism are literally all involved in a conspiracy that spans thousands of years. We've met tribesmen who were hostile, had the upper hand and negotiated for what they wanted instead of fighting.
I don't know, I've played Warhammer Total War and I know what beastmen are like, just saying. I don't know. What do you guys think? Have you guys ever had a situation where you've been told some form of information and you've just kind of went with it?
Oh yeah, all the time.
Like, you've just been like, well, this is fact.
Yeah.
What? You mean people lie to us? What? No way.
You mean Lab Bible's not real?
Whatever, is Lab Bible still a thing?
Yeah.
Ugh.
My players create an elaborate plan that takes up to 15 minutes, with arguing over details that are their own assumptions. PC 1. Yes, then we will use the ladder they have to escape the castle grounds from the back. PC 2. After sneaking out? Wouldn't it be better to use magic to get us out of there? PC 3. No, they might have anti-magic defences. There is no ladder. There's no anti-magic defences. You haven't even succeeded in sneaking in. Why are you planning your escape? Unless I tell them that, they will keep making these autistic plans.
I mean, that you know, okay, you know what?
Always think ahead.
Yeah, adapt, overcome.
Improvise, adapt, overcome.
You know, honestly, that is better than... I prefer that... what will be the trap I think people fall into. I think that's a lot better than people
just going in all guns blazing. And
no, I would rather go in all guns blazing than everyone just stands by and sits and talks about what they're going to do for an hour and a half, and it's like, can we just walk down the hallway, guys? Can we literally just walk down the hallway? That's
why I'm always the one to run into rooms first. I'm like, just fucking roll.
What was that story? There was a story a while back of there was a dwarf. And he kept kicking, like, it didn't matter what the occasion was. He kicked the door in.
Down.
He would kick the door in every time. And eventually people got annoyed with him and asked, why do you kick the door down every time? It's like, it might be a mimic. Of course, they've never encountered this ever before. And for whatever reason, the guy gets kicked out because, I don't know, whatever other reasons. Anyway, the next game, what do you know, there's a fucking door mimic.
Party encounter an enemy. The enemy turns out to be surprisingly strong and fast. The party's fighting is tough and their bullets do less damage than expected to this foe. Much later, party spots at least 30 to 40 of these enemies in a group, heading towards the location. I figure party will retreat. There was an obvious path leading away. Party instead decides for a last stand YOLO tactic, despite this being 100% completely unnecessary and will accomplish literally nothing even if they won. I was stunned. What the fuck were they thinking? I had to do some stupid ass pulling to salvage the situation.
There's a lot of players that will never retreat under any circumstances.
No retreat!
No surrender! 5-day bender. No, there is a lot of players that will never retreat. Also, you know what puts me off? See if I'm getting my head kicked in. If I'm down to my last couple goes, I'm really worried because that attack of opportunity can fuck you up.
Yep.
And, you know, are you going to be willing to take that? And even then, they could play on not far off the same speed. Like, you know, okay, you're going to have dash and whatnot.
Yeah.
But that's what always puts me off running away if I'm already in combat. It's different. If you're melee, you kind of get stuck a lot of the time, I feel like. To me, anyway. Do you guys have any decent way of being able to, like...
No, you're just going to get fucked up if you try to run away. That's a thing.
That's why I really enjoyed playing Goblin. I really like swashbuckler rogues.
Yeah, because you just fucking...
And goblins.
And out.
Tell me that's not fun.
Yeah.
And goblins, you can do that as well. Honestly, I am oddly... I'm not... I'm oddly drawn to goblins.
Who isn't?
Yeah, we got models, and we got hobgoblins, we got orc ladies, we got it all. We got it all.
Thick thighs and pretty eyes. Call of Cthulhu. PCs are called upon by super rich patron to investigate such and such. One of the players starts antagonising the patron because the guy is rich. I play the patron and Uncle Pennybags, who's nice to anyone. regardless of class or race, because he wants to keep the world safe from eldritch nonsense. Even tried to play off the PC's antagonism as eccentricities. That's it, that's what you're getting.
Yeah.
The player still continues pushing his luck. The guy was some kind of Canadian middle-class socialist IRL, but his character had no such personality traits. Later, during same game, a different player needs to steal a journal from an old lady in an insulated, close-knit village. Can't open the drawer that has it. He shoots open the lock with his Colt 1911. Me knowing gun names, it's alright.
Have you shot one before?
Yeah, I did. The other players rolled a hard success on social and managed to save their comrade, but got kicked out of the village as a result. Some players really have a death wish.
Oh, dear. I feel like I want to go on a tirade about, middle-class socialist types, but,
That's not, this is YouTube.
I just... Let's just skip over that one, will we, guys?
Let's just skim. Psst. Hey, lean in closer. This is fucking ASMR channel now. You know it's pretty fucking based. Titties. Go see titties. Lots of titties.
All the titties.
Go over to the website, check out all the models. You guys know the score. We have some really nice looking models over there. And we have a lot of...
Sci-fi gothic?
Yeah.
Let's call them sci-fi gothic.
And if models isn't your shit, we have loads of subclasses and we keep adding them every other week or so. We add a lot.
We got a lot.
Look, we've got big brains. We add shit. But yes, go over to the website, check out everything. If you haven't subscribed, what the fuck you doing? Hit subscribe, hit the notification bell as well, and let's get back to the video. Every week we're going to be doing a giveaway of the new pinup model of the month, or if models isn't your thing, all of our homebrew content. If you want to be in with a chance to win the giveaway, all you need to do is subscribe. That's it. Hit the subscribe button. That's it.
Do it now.
But last week's winner was this guy. Well done! Yay! Round of applause. Yeah. Everybody stands up and claps. But enough of that. Let's get back to the video. Players are told about a disappearance in a neighbourhood. Their employer told them that they have 12 hours to solve it. Heavily implied he will throw them down the sewer to be eaten by something if they fail. Players are given 3 points of interest: a house, a bar, and an office building. Visit the bar, ask the staff and some regulars. Get a video showing the disappeared man on the day he vanished. Done pretty quickly. Okay, good job. We'll come back tomorrow. Oh my god. Remind them of the time limit. Oh, okay. Then we'll come early in the morning. And it's been almost a decade since this and it still drives me up the fucking wall.
Yeah.
Oh my guy.
Sometimes, look, can I not just take my time, alright? I'm getting old now, guys. I'm getting old, and sometimes
I need to sit down. Dinner's at 6, and then I have my soaps on at 7. Need to go home.
There's one of my favorite quotes ever is a Churchill one, and it's never stand when you can sit, and never sit when you can lie down.
Yeah,
and they are words to live by.
James does live by them. Currently in a session in my character's homeland, doing stuff related to my character's motivations. Half of the players take over an hour together doing a fucking comedy routine because they think they're hilarious.
Don't call me out like that, bro.
Look, it's a game, my guy. Move to execute a villain. One of the players wants them instead because of their comedy routine. Finally get to take initiative on something. The main comedian pouts because I want to rush in and hit something instead of letting him do more dumb shit. I really hate this group right now. Every time I try to do something, they steamroll it, be chuckle fucks.
I mean, why don't you not... you know what would work there? Why do you not make, like, an all-bard party?
Well, you know what would work as well? Listen up and have a bit of fun.
Well, like, sometimes, you don't mesh with the group.
Yeah.
You're way better off just changing group, you know what I mean?
Because they seem like...
Yeah,
they're just going to have fun.
Yeah, they're just going to dick about.
Sorry if you don't want to have fun.
Yeah. You can tell what type of players we are.
Yeah.
I love the way we make videos talk about, oh yeah, no, that's really good. Yeah, it's like a little, like, art critique almost, but then we're actually, you know what it is? It's like, we're kind of like art critics that don't understand art, but I feel like all art critics fit to that.
Yeah.
So maybe...
We're art critics, but we look at manga.
there's going to be a lot of angry comments. I can already feel it. Like, guys, we actually don't hate anime. We just like to laugh at it because weebs are funny, okay?
Yeah.
And you know exactly.
I like taking the piss out of weebs because they get so fucking triggered.
yeah. It's like, you know, weebs enjoy mocking other weebs. It's just, it's a way of life. Yeah. It's a circle of, you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's a circle, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Tell me if this was a DMing mistake on my part or the players. Players in a Monster Hunter college looking for a specific NPC. Find his dorm, knock on his door. He answers and looks unkempt. Hasn't slept for a long time. Is agitated and is clearly hiding something. Players tell him things that make him even more paranoid about whatever is bothering him. He tells them to go away and slams the door, locking it. Players keep pestering him, angering him further. They hear an audible cocking of a gun. Fuck! One player can control his shadow. He sends it into the room, fails the stealth check, partially because big black blob shifting in the room under the door, the NPC clearly fixated on at the moment, and the NPC shoots the shadow, screaming. Causes a huge ruckus. Party gets in serious trouble. The party was still having a good time, but was there something I could have done differently, or was this just a case of classic player blunder?
Nah, that was players.
That was players.
That was players. Let's be fucking serious. They got the warning. They got the warning sign. Come on, guys.
Yeah.
At the you know what I always like to use? I always love to use the old mirror on a stick.
Yeah.
Just like if the mirror on a stick, though, like, you know, see what happens to the mirror on the stick. All right, it's a good test. And you can flip it under, you can see about. If that gets shot, there you go. Then maybe try next time. Maybe come back later. Yeah.
Players are just completely brainless, is what I've realised.
Hey, don't offend my people.
Run Dark Heresy. Objective is to inspect a ship with suspicious cargo docked on a space hulk being salvaged. Their cover is that they are the official Administratum inspectors, given special permits that allow them to search everything and anything they so please in the space hulk. Specifically instructed to use the permits so that their suspect can't refuse. They arrive at the cargo bay area and immediately locate the suspicious cargo. Try to bluff the guards. Fail. Try to make the guards leave their posts. Fail. Get reminded of their permits. They throw an hallucinogen grenade instead. Miss. Both guards and players get hallucinogen effects. 2 players are screaming at their hands. One fires around wildly at invisible worms. Another thinks he's dead and just keels over. All guards get berserk. All of them. Half the party survives because they want to keep the permits for an emergency.
Look, Dark Heresy, I feel like it's in the same vein as like OSR and Call of Cthulhu and stuff like that, where players just die very quickly.
Very quickly and very easily.
I feel like Dark Heresy has got like a very much a learning curve, and players adjust or just fucking die unless the DM is incredibly kind. Yeah, I just feel like after like maybe 5 sessions and you've got 5 characters, like 5 new characters, like a new party every game, I feel like, these sort of problems just fix themselves.
Yeah.
Relatively quickly. It's either players are okay with dying and they like the idea of cycling through tons of characters, and that's a fine way to play. But if you want to keep a coherent storyline, it's difficult.
It's harder.
Let's be serious.
Playing Call of Cthulhu. It seems to be a thing.
Look,
Hear that a renowned brain surgeon might be a spooky cultist.
It's Call of Cthulhu. They are going to be a spooky cultist. There's not even a question in my mind. You're playing Call of Cthulhu. Oh, there's a rumor of a person. Yeah, he's guilty. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah.
We discuss the best course of action. We have to talk with the doctor. Turns out he's currently in surgery and can't be disturbed. We learn through speaking with the staff that the same number of people disappearing from the hospital lines up with how many patients the doctor has per day. Ooh. We decide...
Oh my god, the mystery!
We decide time is of the essence and we have to stop the doctor. Mob boss character pulls out his magnum revolver and bursts into operating room with us in tow. Points gun at Doc. Hey Doc, what's up?
Yeah.
Nurse and staff freak the fuck out. cop gets called. Doctor insists he's innocent, but also avoids our questions. While talking with him, the cops show up. Retired university professor character pulls out a shotgun and aims at the cop.
Okay, right.
Demands we be led out of here with the doctor. Cops don't buy it and tell us to surrender. Professor unloads on cop, killing him. Knock out doctor and sneak into the secret basement where we find underground tunnel system. We are now wanted for multiple crimes from a simple investigation mission.
I mean...
Look, it's another way of getting around it.
I'm telling you, you're working well because finally they've found an underground tunnel system, which obviously is where the cults hang out underneath the building,
and where they're taking the missing people,
or the bodies, or they're not even dead to begin with. So there you go. Game
done. End of. New session.
Yeah, I you know what? That's not a failure. That's a success. Right? It's all about how you frame it. It's all about how you frame it. I think that's where we're going to end.
Yeah.
Say, will it be?
Yeah.
What's the stupid... You know what? I'm going to put it out here. I don't think I do stupid shit. And I honestly don't. Because I feel like...
To be honest, James, I don't think you do stupid shit either. You just do shit that...
it's wacky.
Yeah, it's wacky.
It's wacky. It's on the spectrum. It's on the spectrum.
Yeah, fuck it is. But you know what? It works.
You know what? I feel
and you always seem to achieve something.
I feel like you know what I do? I feel like I think I learned this from Sam Hyde. Sam Hyde's one about if you owe people money, you got to tell a story. And I feel like that's what I do with like Teal and Guardbros and whatnot. I tell a story and I try to like make it make sense. If you know what I mean. It's like, well, if we got Hannah's there and we got that there, and obviously this would, this works together. You know what I actually did? I'm not even joking. So the last game we had, we're Spelljammer game, and we're going through the Black Abyss, and this Black Abyss is like it's like a black hole of magic, essentially, but we need to get through it to the other side of the galaxy, if you know what I mean, because it's like a big blockage.
Yeah.
And we're like a delegation. We've got a couple beholders, a dwarven king, and like a few well-to-do people. We're more of an ambassadorial mission than anything. Ambassadorial / covert operations. And that's what we're doing. Yeah. And we show up at these black clouds, and there's like a ghost ship, but the ghost ship's trying to attack us, but it doesn't do any damage, and we realise this after a while. And then we get to the point where we end up just turning around. I'm talking to the Dwarven King, and he says something about fortifications. I'm like, here, wait, that gives me an idea. Fortifications? Can we fortify the ship to go... Because I could go through the Black Abyss. I've got some buffing abilities and whatnot, but a lot of people would die because we could only last in there for like 5 minutes before everyone just dies. Mm-hmm. And we have no idea how deep this cloud is. But we do have 2 beholders, and what do beholders have? Anti-magic rays. Whop! Both of them look at each other. Anti-magic rays! We fly through. I thought, it's stupid.
But it always works.
But it worked out.
But I don't know whether it always works because Teal lets it work.
I feel like sometimes Teal's very soft on us. I feel like Teal is he's awfully kind.
Or he's fucking defeated. At some points he's like, yeah, fucking do it.
It's like, you know what, that actually sounds kind of cool, guys, not gonna lie. If you guys want, yeah, sure, we'll let you have it. That's what I feel like.
But let us know your stories down below, and while you're down there, check out the links to the models and the subclasses. Hit the notification bell and hit subscribe and hit the notification bell so you get notified every time we post a video.
Oh, here, also, a lot of you guys haven't been emailing me over the winners of the week. I've only actually been given out. I've given out about 4 models and about 3 PDF packs. So, if your name shows up at the side there, get on to us. Yeah. Shoot us an email.
If you snooze, you lose, my guy.
Yeah.
But yes, bye.
See you later.